playing basketball? Were we talking about basketball? No.
Who are you playing basketball with?
Was it the new women's basketball team?
Okay.
I want to hear more about Hopi Land.
Hopi Land.
Hopi Land.
Tell us about the process of making a film with Andy Warhol.
The process of making a film with Andy Warhol, well, it included a telephone call, I guess. Well, I don't know. I've already heard before talking about working with Andy, but the first movie I made with Andy, I called up the factory one day, and he said to me, well, I'm here with Ultraviolet and Ivy Nicholson and Mary Warnoff and Gerard Malanga, and we're waiting for a limousine, and then we're going to go to Philadelphia, and we're going to stay at Henry McElhenney's house in Rittenhouse Square. Henry McElhenney was the, you know, like, patron to the arts in Philadelphia, and he was a big deal there, you know, in the social register. But I didn't know anything about it. But I was bored that day, so I said, yeah, I'll come over. And you know, you get into a limousine, and you're driving along with these people that don't seem to be too interested in being too friendly. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like. Then we arrive at Henry McElhenney's house, and you know, we're given a room to stay in and told that we can have breakfast in our bedroom, or we can have it served in bed, or we can go downstairs and eat with everyone else.
Did you have it served in bed?
What?
Did you have it served in bed?
No, I went downstairs to be with everybody. But
and everyone's in the
anyway,
same bed?
this is kind of this is preparation for the movie, I guess you would say. And then, well, Andy
Was Knuckle Henry in the bed?
I didn't see him in bed. I was a big bad wolf. Andy asked me if I would wake him up when I got up, and him and his boyfriend, Rod LaRod from Alabama, Cincinnati-based redneck, they were in that bedroom together, and he wanted me to wake them up. So I knocked on the door, boom, 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 hey Andy, and then I ran down the stairs. I couldn't imagine going into that room and seeing Andy without his wig on or whatever. It was too, you know, like some kind of horror movie or something. Then, you know, Andy says, well, we're going to go over to so-and-so's house. I can't remember their names. But they had the penthouse apartment and this hotel in Philadelphia, and we drive over there, and still it's just kind of like you're in this French movie where you don't really know what's happening, and people aren't that friendly, and whatever. And then Andy gets out, and he has a gift for the people who are letting him use the penthouse, you know? And it's one of his paintings, you know, that he hasn't stapled to the frame yet, so he's like, got it in the trunk of the car, and he's like stapling it together, and I think this is a really cheesy production here. But you know, I was kind of embarrassed for Andy, you know what I mean? That somehow it wasn't that together. Well, we got to these people's house, and I must say, you know, the house was a penthouse, but I mean, beyond that, there wasn't anything very charming about it, you know.
What year is this?
They had a swimming pool. This would be 1967, and more or less. And so then we're in there, and Andy said, well, maybe we should go and have a steam bath. And I was thinking, he's not going to go in there with his wig on, is he? Do you know? Wouldn't that kind of start slipping down the wig after a while in the steam? So anyway, I knew he wasn't going to go in, but being a child in the 60s, whatever, I decided, well, you know, I mean, in this situation, if I was with normal people, I would take a steam bath, so I'll pretend I'm with normal people, okay, and I'll have a little steam bath. And so go into the steam bath, and then I come out, and then Andy's saying, well, now we're ready to make a movie. Now we've got the whole setup by the pool, and of course, I'm the only one who's nude. The girls are all dressed, and they're ready for action because they've been working with Andy for a while, and they know kind of what they've been working at, which, who can be the biggest bitch, you know what I mean, and trip the other one up, you know? So, I'm like standing there and I'm thinking, well, in a normal situation, what would you do? And so I dived into the pool and started swimming around and saying to these ladies, oh, come in and let's have a swim. I knew they wouldn't, but whatever. Ivy Nicholson is there with this long evening gown on, and she suddenly, from her bosom, pulls out a photograph which she explains is her father and her uncle when her uncle was 35 and how he was alcoholic and killed himself. And all this stuff is coming out. And Ivy is one of those people who would like to have committed suicide on camera for Andy. Do you know what I mean? To really seal the bond there, you know, what true love really means. She also, Ivy was the person, when Andy was shot and in the hospital, she was getting married that day, so she arrived at the hospital in her wedding gown, you know. And you have to realize that she had been in love with Andy, and she thought they were going to get married, you know. And didn't happen, but anyway, the last time I saw Ivy was at the illustrious Andy Warhol Superstar Awards at the Gershwin Hotel a few years ago. Talking about cheesy production. But she was there, and there was a discussion about something about homosexuality of the Warhol culture, whatever. And she stood up and said she wasn't going to listen to it anymore. That Andy was not gay.
Neither was Michael Jackson.
I had a 30-minute-long tongue kiss with Andy. He was not gay. Okay. Well, this is the kind of people you're working with, you know, in Philadelphia. So, I mean, it's a very highly polished craft type of thing. And anyway,